Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Call o'clock. With not one, not two, but 3 subscriber packages. Lovely. Well, it's already been a week or more since these 3 packages arrived, so I thought it was a bit unfair just to go through one and one of my own purchases, so I'm going to do all 3 today, as I'm sure their senders... What the heck? Yes, as I'm sure their senders will be keen for me to get into them. So there we go. Yeah, that was a bit of a blooper there, but I thought I'd keep it in because they're always quite funny, aren't they, when I do something silly like that. But anyway, here we go. Oh, wow, we've got a great big letter and wow, loads of really cool looking parts. Some collections I recognise immediately. But let's go to the letter first, and it's from Gary. Hi Robin, I thought it was time I sent you a few of my spare pieces and minifigure parts as an appreciation of your time and efforts in making your YouTube videos. Oh, thank you. I hope I've sent parts to help build some of your armies, assist in builds, and a few of your favourite pieces. There's also some classic printed pieces. These might not be the standard you'd want for building your city, but they may be good enough for something in your container or port areas. Yeah, I'm happy using damaged bricks. Maybe forgotten signs stacked in the corner, or a train wagon full of scrap. You may want to wash all these parts for your own peace of mind, although they were all washed when I first got them. That's good to know. Thanks, Gary. I think the first video of yours I watched was the scaffolding building with the spilt paint, and I've seen and enjoyed every video since. I'm more of a lurker than a commenter, but do give a suggestion every now and then. I've had the privilege of a bedoing. Well, you're in a select club there, Gary. I take inspiration from some of your builds and include them in some of mine. Most notably, I've used your Guinness sign in my town square build, as it says a lot about my habits. I regularly utilise your hot tea technique. However, I've adapted it to a hot water technique as I don't drink much tea. Now, that's a very bad habit you've got there, not drinking tea. Unfortunately, my space for Lego isn't very big, so only small builds get the opportunity of display, with any large mock builds having to be put away after each build session. Hopefully, when we move, there'll be a lot more space to display more. I'm now looking forward to the possibilities that Brick Nottingham 2.0 could bring. Happy building. Best regards, Gary. Whose username is 2IndieKids. Brilliant. Well, thanks, Gary. That looks absolutely amazing assortment. I'll tip all of these out. So we've got some light blue rock panel pieces. Not immediately getting an idea for that. I'm not sure if that's something I've mentioned or just something you've got hanging around. But yeah, I'll have to give that some thought. So maybe ideas for that, people. Some nice... castle wall pieces. I definitely need these sort of things for making more castle walls. I'm thinking of having a walled, well, partially walled sort of old town sort of vibe going on in the new city, and some white ones. Oh, one of them being the printed one. Very, very, very nice indeed, with the brickwork showing through. And that can be used on the El Dorado fortress and things like that, which I might be able to make more prominent in the new city, because I'll have a much bigger frontage. So I think that'll be the sea. So, you know, anything that's on the edge of the sea, like the port or the beach or the El Dorado fortress, should be a lot more visible. So yeah, that's good. Definitely use all of those. Then, let's go on with the printed things next. We've got an absolute load of my favourite tiles, being the 1x4 ones with a stripey on. Or is it my second favourite? I can't remember which one I say is my favourite now. That and the tread plate, definitely. We've got some similar ones in red and white, so they'll all get used, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm going to have even more monorail now, using all of that extra track I got sent. So essentially having loads of these to connect all of those pieces together, because I like them with the hazard stripes on, will make that even better. We've got some Ferrari flags. They'll be good, actually, on my Ferrari tower. I should be able to adapt that to accommodate those. They look like good quality. I'll probably have to move one, so it's kind of the mirror image. Or maybe not, actually. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to play around with that. Oh, I've actually bought one of these, but yeah, having 2 won't be too bad. It's a lovely little symbol of the Dragon Knights, the red kind. Some really old printer bricks. Yeah, these are the ones you mentioned. So the hotel is quite damaged, isn't it? I've seen that before on the catalogue, but never bought one. But that looks I don't know if that's usable because we can't really see the H, but it's good because it would let light through. The shell one's definitely usable. The Philips one, I think that could go on a container. I think that's a good idea for that. And then the snack bar one looks actually very clear indeed, so we could definitely use that. That might be a new 8-wide little tiny shop in my old town. You never know. So that looks really good. I like those. A few more smaller ones. We've got the postal sign, sticker across assembly, but I could move that onto a panel piece nowadays. So that would be usable for a little post office. That could be another tiny little build in the old town, couldn't it? And that Lego one's really nice. And again, it can have a light shining through it if we wanted. That is really nice. Sort of old font, isn't it? Sort of stylized. I like that. That'd be good for my Lego store, actually. Might try it on there. A couple more stickers with Ninjago kind of snakes on, I suppose. Yeah, I have to think of somewhere where snakes could be coming out of the walls. Somewhere in my castle, no doubt. It'll have to be a dark bluish grey area. That's all right. And loads more stripes. Fantastic. Wow, that's a really good selection. But the minifigures are what is interesting me. We've got an alien body. So I think that is from the Squid Man, isn't it? Not sure, but I think it might be. Alien Trooper, Series 13. Yeah, I think that's the Squid Man, missing the squid head, of course. But it's a nice body for somebody to be using, probably in the Alien Cantina, which will be Squid Man's pit stop, of course, on the inside. I was thinking about what to do for that the other day, actually. I'm not sure if I'm fully there with my ideas, but they're starting to form. Basically, whether I have it sort of as a normal business with the hidden cantina behind, or just have it something like a very sort of subtle, almost speakeasy sort of entrance, and just have it completely hidden underground or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so we've got two Pirates of the Caribbean, not Pirates of the Caribbean, just pirates, sort of goody soldiers, or baddie soldiers, depending on your point of view, I suppose. Torsos, they're very smart indeed. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the new, they must be with the bat prints. They must be the new ones from the newer pirate sets, but they are very smart indeed, aren't they? They'll look very good guarding my castle, or maybe the tiny little cannon emplacement I've got on the other side. There's a damsel's torso, which if I don't have, he says looking over his shoulder, can't really quite see if I've got that one, but if I don't, that'll be good in a castle area, and if I do, then it'll be great in a city area, because it'll do for both. That's pretty good. We've got an armoured torso for the castle area. That looks really nice. Whoop, if I don't throw it around. Follow Robin onto the floor. There we go. Yeah, very nice, with some plate armour there. And then this looks like a big bag of mixed castle. Oh, with a foot soldier from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in for my army build. Brilliant. Oh yeah, I need some of these ones with a crown on. And he looks like he could be an archer with that helmet, I reckon. Got a very interesting sort of Ninjago helmet. Does that sort of hinge on a... Yeah, I think it does. Have we got a helmet in here? No, we don't. But I think that'll hinge... Oh, is that one? No. That'll hinge on a helmet. And maybe so. Then maybe that's a crazy, mad biker helmet in a biker gang. I like the look of that. Yes, that's what I think I'll use that. Flying Pegasus shield. I think I've got one of those on my statue in Pegasus, Apollo Arcade. If I haven't, I will soon. A king's crown, very nice. A lady, well, I was going to say king, queen. I don't know, is that the Valkyrie helmet? Something like that. It needs a plume or something on the top, but that'll be very usable. I can put just a feather in the top of that, no problem. A nice Viking lady hat. Couple of Red Dragon Knights, so they'll be going with that symbol over there. Some big old shoulder pads. Oh, a Nexo Knight one with a cutout there and 4 studs on the back to do something interesting. That's a Shark Army General torso, isn't it? With all of those medals on of, I don't know, squids and sharks and things like that. Very nice indeed. Should be able to use that somewhere. Another Ninjago torso. I've got a couple of those. Some shields. We've got a crown shield. A lion shield. This is very generous of you. Oh, a lovely prancing unicorn shield. Fantastic. We've got a bat shield. And another lion, but with the crown on. Wow, you've been very, very kind here. And a long sort of cavalry version of the other crown shield as well. A crossbow, probably for this guy. I think that's the sort of thing he should be holding. There we go. Very nice. More shoulder pads in gold. Another one of those. Another shoulder pad with spikes on. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one a great deal. You wouldn't want to be hit by that, would you? Two great big kind of halberds, I suppose you'd call those. Or are they pikes? Or are they... I don't know. Not up on all my medieval weapons. Maybe I should be. Oh, there's the plume. That is the plume for that helmet. There we go. Look at that. Could go that way. Or you could even have it technically that way. Yeah. Depends whether you're a centurion or a legionnaire. Legionnaire, whatever. One of those. Fantastic. Very nice. Then a spiky kind of face guard one from Ninjago. A helmet with some trans neon yellow on it. Another, oh wow, sort of lumpy stone horned helmet. That'll be good for a different night. Oh yes, I really like that. That's fantastic. That one, Gary. Oh, and then a trans clear set of armor as well. I've never seen that before. And Nexo Knights again, so it's probably, I forget which one's got all the clear stuff. Is it Aaron? I can't remember. I can't tell them apart. And a bit of lava with some rocks on. Brilliant. Wow, what an assortment, Gary. You've done yourself proud there because you've got, well, you've hit pretty much all of my things. We've got collections, areas that I'm definitely going to expand, some nice little bits for some smaller shops if I'm going to have them all throughout the Old Town. Loads of castle stuff, and you've been very, very kind with your donations of all these shields and these helmet pieces. I especially love these two. I don't think I've got either of them in my collection at the moment, so they are absolutely brilliant. Oh, and then this biker kind of mask. Yeah, I'll have to do my biker gang. I think they're going to look pretty menacing because they're using all the Ninjago characters, which all of these sort of face guards come from. It'll be very Mad Max-esque. So yeah, this is absolutely amazing. But I'm going to shove it all back just to make room for the second package now, which is this one. And if you want to send a package to the channel to open on a future Brick Haul, you can by sending it to the usual PO box address, just like Gary did, and just like somebody else did. Let's get rid of the packaging. Someone from the Netherlands. And it is... oh, golly. It's in Dutch. But it is also translated. Dear Mr. Hood, here is a package from the Netherlands. You're expected to open it in the presence of your Marion. And if you can, read it out in Dutch. So does that mean Mrs. Hood has to be here? She's not here at the moment. You must use the content to recreate two pieces from the cartoon, the shooting competition and the escape from the burning tower. Wow, I really don't know what we're talking about at the moment. Who's this from? It says it's from Mark and Cease on the back of the package. Maybe all will become clear when I open this. It sounds like a bit of a challenge, doesn't it? What is going on? Ooh, we have loads of minifigures. And it looks like they're the Disney minifigures, which I didn't bother getting because I'm not that into Disney. But we will see, he says, immediately dissing a gift that's just been sent in. Ooh, so we've got a Pinocchio. Now, this may require me to have some actual knowledge of Disney movies, which I really don't. So I might have to do a Google to be able to actually complete this challenge. We have, oh, the Queen of Hearts. I know her. So there we go. She's got her little heart wand things. There we go. Pinocchio. I know who he is. Yep. So good. So far, so good. We have, so one of these is likely to be, is it not? Okay, so we've got the Wicked Queen. That's the one I did get. So we've got loads of cloaks for her. Oh, you get a spare cloak. That's weird. You might have given me an extra cloak there. And then we've got, yeah, so presumably there's the sort of Fox Robin Hood in one of these, is what I was going to say. Oh, golly, not this one, though. This one is, I don't even know his name. Oh, there's going to be a clue. His name's Oswald, is it? And he's a sort of bunny, rabbit type thing. God, I'm not doing very well today at throwing things around. But anyway, here we go. Wow, well, this is great for the collection. Though I do find minifigures like this quite hard to use in the city. I suppose we don't all have to go to the city. Right, here's the man himself. The Robin Hood Fox from the movie. There we go. And he's got his feather as well and his similar hat. But he is a fox. That's why I find it hard to use. Oh, there's his nice tail though. It's nice and bushy. So we'll give him his bow. So what was the challenge again? You're expected to open it in the presence of your Marion. So I'm thinking that means Mrs. Hood, who isn't here. So I've failed that one already. And try, if you can, to read it out in Dutch. Well, I can try that, but it's going to be probably offensive. Oh, we've got another one of those Robin Hoods. You must use the content to recreate 2 pieces from the cartoon. The shooting competition and the escape from the burning tower. Right, well, I can't do that today because I don't know what that is. So I'm probably going to have to do some homework of actually watching, presumably, the Disney film with this fella in. And how I'm going to do that, I don't know, because short of buying it. Sorry, I'm so ill prepared for this. So obviously there's a scene where he has to escape from burning tower, and another one where he has to do a shooting competition, which must be the archery competition that's from the sort of original film in a way, where you've got has that got money on it? No. Where you've got him being distracted by Marion, but he still has to win the competition to win the silver or gold arrow or whatever it is. So that's King John, I think. He looks good fun. Yeah, hard to use in the city again. And last but not least, we have another King John. Is this why I've got to do 2 scenes? Are they in both of their scenes? I don't know. Right, I'm going to have to do some homework before I can get on with that. Sorry about that. But I will try and read out your message in Dutch. Geachte Heer Hood, hier bij een pakket uit Nederland. U wordt geacht dit te openen en de zijheid van uw Marion. Ik probeer of u het in het Nederlands kunt voorlezen. Met die inhoud moet u 2 stukjes uit die kennenfilm nabouwen. De scheidswedstrijd en die ontsnapping uit die brandende toren. There you go. That was absolute torture for me. Thank you very much indeed for making me feel that uncomfortable. But yeah, a great collection of Disney minifigures to add to the collection. I'll build all of the more complicated ones and get all their cloaks on and stuff in due course. And I'll see if I can recreate those scenes. I'm not promising they'll be part of the city. Maybe they'll be in the background of the castle scene. You never know, but there we go. So thank you, Mark and Cease, for putting me through that torture. Right, here is the final one. And this, on the box at least, says it's from Jan, also from the Netherlands. So hopefully Jan isn't so cruel at making me read out Dutch, which is notoriously hard for people who aren't from anywhere around that part of the world. So yeah, and you all speak such amazing English that even if I went to the Netherlands, ooh, what's this, which I have done in the past, you all speak English anyway. So what am I supposed to do? Right, so this seems to be a bricklink order that has been made on my behalf, but with my PO box address. And there's no letter on the inside. So it's presumably from Jan, who's just forwarded on the box. But thank you very much indeed. He's from Everdingen in the Netherlands, which is just south of Utrecht, as opposed to Amsterdam, where the other one came from. And here is the bag. Now, I could see what it actually is already. I mentioned this in a haul 1 or 2 ago, that this was a very interesting looking set. It's the Junior set 4654 tanker, and I just really like the front of the build there. Oh yes, it's because I got that cabin, didn't I, with the Octan logo on for my using on my Hornet train, which I have tried on actually. It looks all right. I'm not entirely certain about it, but I thought it looked quite chunky. But the really interesting part, not the horrible sort of big fig, was the Octan tank on the back, because it is all there in chrome. So yeah, look at that, all very shiny indeed. And I guessed that not many of them would exist in the world, and somebody has decided to buy me one to prove that there are a few. And I was thinking if I did get even just 2 of these pieces, I'll be able to use them in my city either as an interesting rail car. Wow, look at that. That is a really interesting piece, isn't it? For a trailer with all these big sort of shock absorbers built in. Very interesting. But I could do it as a train carriage, as the cab chassis, or just a tank somewhere in my city. So here we go. Here are the top bits. There's the Octan one, all important. There is another one. Pretty good condition. I was sort of thinking that these would be absolutely mauled by now. Wow, look at that. That's really good condition. Yep. Yep, so we've got 3 good quality top bits. And hold on, there's another, and there's another bottom bit. Wow, so, yep. Cool, so we now just have to decide, what are we going to do with this? Are we going to make a big shiny rail wagon? I think we might have to. Maybe with some stripes in the middle. You could put these sort of normal red and green Octan stripes in the middle there, couldn't you? I'm going to have to play around with this now. Oh, and maybe 3 is a bit long for rail. I don't know, actually. What is it? 888, so that's 24. No, that'll be about perfect, actually. So should we have a really shiny rail wagon going around Brick Nottingham on the trains? I think we have to now. The only alternative would be to put them on the back of a truck, of course, wouldn't it? Or to have them stacked up. But I think that would be a bit of a shame in just the cargo area or something like that, which is what I was going to do if I only got 1 pair of them. But with 3, I think it's train wagon. Oh, yes. It's a pity it only says Octan on 2 of them, or if it doesn't sort of have it on the opposing side of another one over there. But yeah, that's really cool. Wow, Jan, thank you very much. And if that wasn't enough, we've got the really cool dude here, the trucker in this big fig. I don't think his cap doesn't come off. I was kind of hoping that that cap would come off that says truck. No, it's integrated, I think, so I could use it on a normal minifigure, because otherwise it looks about the right size. But yeah, so I don't think I'll be able to use him. He could be a sort of statue. I've got one this scale in my fairground acting as a sort of you need to be this high type sign. But yeah, he's definitely a cool dude, that's for sure, with his beard and reflective glasses. And now, if I want to do the double-ended train locomotive with this on both ends, I can do that as well if I don't recreate the cab. I think I'll build the cab, and I'll probably realise it's too clunky to use with pieces like this for the headlights. These, which I can definitely reuse if I don't. Oh, they'll look really good under the sea as some sort of gubbins stuck on the outside of either a submarine or a base. So I can definitely use that. We've got 3 of those, it seems. Is it 4? What's that over there? No, we've got a different one. This is a hose attached to one, so I can probably use that under the sea as well. And look at that for a hose end. That's really good. It's like a proper fire hose where you sort of pull down that bit to sort of turn on the flow. So there's some really interesting bits here, even if I don't keep it as a truck. So there's the sort of bonnet or hood of the truck that'll come out the front there, like that. So yeah, I'll have to see how it looks when I've built it, and if not, I could probably use that under the sea in a submarine as well. Really interesting parts. And then we've just got a great big bag of wheels. Yeah, barrier piece. One of those sort of front grille pieces. They're quite useful under the sea in yellow at least. And yeah, just a couple of tiny little steering wheels for the tank. So that is really cool, actually. That's given me a new project to get on with. A nice shiny train wagon. That's going to be great. So thanks very much indeed, Jan, for that. Thank you, Mark and C's, for my torture and my lovely Disney minifigures selection. And thank you very much indeed, Gary, for these wonderfully tailored pieces to all of my collections and future builds. They look absolutely amazing. Wow, I just can't get over these ones. And they're such good condition. I was thinking they'd never work, just buying them on Bricklink, because, well, they'd have been massacred by the original owner, especially with it being a junior set. You know, they might have been chewed to pieces and not taken care of at all. So, yeah, very interesting. I'm going to build that in a minute. So, very cool indeed. 3 wonderful packages. I'm glad I opened all of those today. That's really cheered me up and made me a really good haul. So, yeah, thanks very much indeed, guys. Wonderful. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome Lego hauls. Do also subscribe to the main Robin Hood Bricks channel if you want to see all of these pieces being used in future builds. And if you value those channels, do remember to support me by clicking on the links in the description below. And if you want to send something to the channel, you can by sending it to the usual PO box address, just like Gary, Mark and Cease and Jan did. And we'll get to that in a future brick haul alongside my packages, or maybe as a dedicated video like this one. Wonderful. So yeah, progress in the new Lego room is continuing, but not as fast as perhaps you might hope. But there's been an update on Monday and there'll be another update next Monday. Hopefully I can squeeze in a build. It's a lot quicker doing these hauls than doing a full build video, so that's why we're having a bit of a hiatus on those at the moment. But anyway, until next time, see you! Shiny.